Welcome to Enjoying Life, a program of music, chatter, and friends, designed to put a refreshing moment in your day. Now, please welcome your award-winning hosts, Dr. Jerry and Little Jan.
Oh, my love.
Well, it's time to do another program, Angel, and to sing songs. We've been doing that a long time, haven't we?
We have been singing a long time. Let's don't tell everybody how old we are, though.
Well, I don't mind. You know, women they don't like to talk about their age. But,
No.
But I'm just glad I live this long. I like that statement I heard some guy said, if I'd known I was going to live this long, I'd taken better care of my body.
I like that, too.
You know, so many of the people that we have on our program not only are singers, which many of them are, most of them are, but many of them are songwriters, too.
They are.
How old were you when you wrote your first song?
Oh, my goodness, I don't know. A long time ago, I did write a...
You don't have any idea how old you were? You started singing
probably
about 15 or 16, so you wrote a song shortly after that?
About 20 years old, yes.
About 20?
Yes.
Wow.
Walking with God, yeah.
Walking with God.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, that seems odd. My first song I ever wrote was because I was assigned, or we were, in a music class, assigned to write a song, you know, because to see if we knew what they were teaching us. And I wrote a song that is My Savior Walks Beside Me. I was 11 years old, and we had to write the words and the music and all. And did you know, I'm still making royalties on that song today. The teacher, I think it was a sort of a thing, he took the music that his students wrote, and then he would see if he could get them placed because he was the publisher. We got our writer's royalties, but he made music, some money off of those songs. Isn't that amazing?
This song that we're going to do today,
It's been one, I don't know, it was a church song. You know, we've had just gobs and gobs of church songs, and it was a church song. But it's been a song that in concert and in churches touched many lives. I've had them come and want the CD or write us and want the CD because they wanted to give it to a friend or to a
right,
member.
and a lot of people sing this song.
They do.
Yes.
They do. Let's sing it.
Let's sing it.
You crossed his mind 1,000 times today.
Mine 1,000 times today. Did you ever think that no one really loved you, and that you were left to wander on your way? Did you ever think he never thinks about you? You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. He never left you for a single moment. He was never more than just a prayer. Before he went away. Now listen to these words. He is with us every moment that we need him. You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. He never left you for a single moment. He was never more than just a prayer away. Don't ever think he never thinks about you. You crossed
thank you for staying with us. Sweetheart,
1,000
I just enjoyed
times.
singing that song.
I do too. I love that
You
song.
crossed his mind 1,000 times.
Do I cross your mind 1,000 times?
Well, I was talking about the Lord, but you're
I know-
right there next to him. and-
But you know what? I know that God thinks about me all the time.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I don't even have to wonder about that.
Oh, I love that. And you know, that's a good, solid thought, too, that you're never really alone.
That's
It's,
true.
But I think about you, too.
I know you do, 'cause
But,
I do
you know,
you.
we live together. We live together, work together, travel together. It's 24/7.
Yeah, we
But,
do.
you know, it's not too bad. You know, somebody said to me the other day, they said, do you love, are you henpecked? I said, it doesn't matter when you love the hen that's pecking, you know. But it's great. We got a great guest today.
We really do. A really good friend of mine.
Yes.
And he's a good
great
friend to
singer.
you.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
And he's been singing for a long time. He doesn't like to talk about it because he's young, but he's been singing a
He's
while.
been around a
Let's
while.
make welcome. Join with us as we welcome to Enjoying Life today, Chuck Pettyjohn. We're just glad you're here. Thanks for being here, Chuck.
Oh, it's
God
good to be
bless you.
here, man. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
It's easy to remember you because it doesn't matter. Pettyjohn is just a good remembering name.
Does that have any roots and then background? What is your genealogy? I mean, this is not what we start talking about, but I'm just curious.
Tell me, it's actually a French-German descent.
Okay.
So, and it was
Really?
actually Pettyjohn. So,
Oh, really? Say it again.
Pettyjohn.
Pettyjohn.
Is it
Whoa.
for real?
Yes,
Oh,
it
that
was.
was
Is that right?
So-
Well, don't you love French? I
do.
wish I could understand and speak. I speak Spanish, but French, you have that, you know, como allez-vous, you know.
Now, my sister and her husband, their family were missionaries in France.
Oh, really?
That's
But the
wonderful.
only thing French that I have is the genealogy, and then I think French fries go in there somewhere, right?
That's good.
Well, let's find out more about Chuck. That's
Yes,
the part
sir.
we all know, the Chuck. Chuck, when did you start singing?
Actually started singing when I was 15.
15.
Yes, sir. First song I ever sang was in church I attended in Cumming, Georgia. Richard McGaha was our minister of music. And didn't even let my parents know I was going to do it, but we surprised them and just been in love with it ever
Well,
since.
you know, Cumming, Georgia is where Geraldine Morrison from Wendy Bagwell and the Sunlighters, that's where her bunch came from.
Oh,
Cumming,
beautiful,
Georgia.
beautiful family.
And
Yes.
Wendy's bunch.
Is that right?
Yes.
I didn't know
he
that.
sure did.
There's a gentleman, Mark Mundy, and his family. I think Mark did some stuff with Wendy as well.
He did.
So.
Matthew, that's what he calls himself on Facebook, but we called him Matt Mundy.
Matt Mundy.
Yeah, one of the best mandolin pickers
Oh, yeah.
in the business.
Do you play any instruments?
I do not. The only thing I do is sing, and
You
I
do
think,
that good.
Thank
So
you.
What
that's
was the
okay.
first group? Now, I'm going to get to some major groups that you've been with, but what was the first group you ever sang with? Was it your family, local group, or what?
Actually, I got my start locally with a group out of Canton, Georgia, still sings, called the Joy Masters.
Oh, okay.
So
Yes.
Jerry Forrester and his bunch, I tell you,
Yes,
some
Jerry.
great guys.
Yes.
Did you sing tenor with them?
I did.
Have you always sung tenor?
Yes, sir. Can't do anything else but. So I've enjoyed
No,
that.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. You know, I know you sang with the Joy Masters, but you also sang with a major group called the Kingsmen.
That's right. I actually helped the Kingsmen out while they were looking for a full-time tenor. Myself and Ernie Phillips, little Ernie Phillips,
Yeah, sure.
assisted the Kingsmen,
Yeah,
did that. And,
that's
and
awesome.
before
But
then,
you on the package with them. I know you got a package from the National Quartet Convention there,
National Quartet,
2015.
most definitely. The Old Paths as well, if you remember the Old Paths.
Oh, yeah,
Quartet.
we've had them on the program.
Yes,
Yes,
know
we
them
have
very
those
well.
guys on here. Yeah, that was so much fun.
Oh,
yeah,
great
You
guys.
guys are great.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
Do you ever want to sing with the group? I know you do a lot of solo ministry, but do you ever, is that in your bucket list?
Oh, most definitely. It didn't plan on coming off the road with the quartet, but the Old Paths came off the road
Yeah.
for family reasons.
Fun, yes.
So whatever God actually has for us, that's
And
what
you
we
sang
want
with
to do.
Old Paths too, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So-
they were and still are, but medical reasons in their family,
Yes, sir.
they had to kind of. But boy, they were a good group too. Boy, you've sung with some great groups.
I'm telling you,
Yes,
I've been
you have.
blessed.
You've
Yes,
been
you
blessed.
have. Yes.
So, would you want to sing with another group?
Yes, sir. Whatever God has in store, no matter what it is, that's what we need to be
Well,
doing.
I know you are one of the best tenor singers, so I want everybody to be listening today.
How does a tenor You know, when I had a group, boy, tenor singers, I hate to use this word, but they hated Sunday morning, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if the pastor said, you know, now we have an 8 o'clock service. Boy, you could hear them groan. Bass singers loved it.
Oh, yes.
But tenor singing in the morning is kind of difficult, isn't it?
Well, it can be, yes. You need to wake up your vocal cords, and so make sure you're up a couple of hours before time and get some good coffee and or hot tea.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah.
Do you do vocal exercises?
I do, actually. Not that many, but, you know, just to myself sometimes. And
Yeah.
the shower is probably the best place to do that.
That's a good place
The
to do
residents
it.
in the shower, you know, with that tile and all, it makes you good. Did you know she has a CD
With old hymns on it.
yeah,
Yes.
and so she had it on a cassette, and I was listening to it, and I said, man, this is good. Where'd you make this? She said, in the bathroom. I said, you
did.
got to be kidding, you know.
That's good.
This is true. And I said, how did you make it? Because it had great sound, you know. She said she'd run in our music room, which is pretty big. She would run the music in there, and then she'd take the microphone into the bathroom, because, you know, all the tile,
And I
and the
would just
sound
run
was
and
good.
sing.
And it sounded terrific.
Perfect acoustics.
Oh, it is perfect acoustic.
Well, you know, enough about some of how we get the job done. But, you know, let me ask you this. Do you write songs too?
Yes, sir, I do. I've actually had a few recorded. And,
Have you? Okay.
Actually, part of my testimony, I actually went through a tremendous trial in my life and reached a dry spot with a lot of things, singing, songwriting.
Yeah.
But God actually kind of
Got you
showed us the
through.
way and brought us through that. So open
Do
it up.
your
to
songs
Yeah.
reflect that?
yes, sir. They actually
do?
do. They actually do.
You know, I think, and the world, it's too, some of the best songs in the world, even in secular music and particularly gospel music, have come out of people who were fighting a real battle.
Most definitely.
You know, fortunately, we have the Lord to lean on. And in some of the country songs and some of those songs, you know how people that were really going through hard times and they were going to the bottle. You know, they're called beer room songs sometimes. But, you know, they tell their story of heartbreak and heartache and all that.
Aren't we glad that we can
But
run
we
to
got
God?
the Lord to lean
Amen.
to and help us in those rough
Yes,
times.
that's
That is
what
right.
we run to.
And
Yes.
that's something that I experienced because I often wondered about the children of Israel, how they could forget the miracles until I was actually in their shoes.
Isn't that the truth?
And then I had forgotten.
Sometimes you have to walk in a person's shoes. You have to know how to walk that way because it doesn't come easily.
No, ma'am, it
But
doesn't.
did you know, if you've been there and you start singing those songs, it comes out in your voice.
Yes, sir, it does.
I wonder why that is. But you can feel the emotion coming out in a person's voice.
I believe so. I
Yeah.
think it's ordained by God to be that way.
Just like
Yeah.
Blessed Assurance, when I sing that, I think I'm just with the
Well,
Lord.
she can sing Blessed Assurance. Now, I know
So
it's an
good.
old church song, and
Oh,
every
it's
church
my
sings it.
favorite.
But my sweetheart can sing Blessed Assurance, and boy, just, you know, you may be Baptist or Methodist or Presbyterian, but before you know it, your hands will be up
Hands are
just
raised.
saying Blessed Assurance, Jesus. She can sing it just that way.
Well, you
Oh,
know,
I love it. Yeah.
Chuck has volume 1 on hymns. You know?
Yeah, why did you do the hymn thing?
Well, you know what? You saying Blessed Assurance, it's one of my most favorite hymns,
Okay.
and it's actually on that.
Oh, it's on hymn, your CD Hymns Volume 1?
Yes, sir. So just got through the studio. It's being mastered and everything
my.
now. So, and the reason I wanted to do hymns is because going straight from quartet music to solo, I wanted something that I could relate to, and
Yeah.
Yes.
that the churches could relate to.
And you can relate to the hymns.
Yes, I
That's
can.
right.
That's what we talk about all the time.
Well, while we're on CDs, let's talk about your other latest CD, Where I've Been.
Yes, that's actually just a compiled CD of songs that we've released through the years, and since probably 95,
best of the
96.
best.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So great songs. I have about 12 songs on that.
Oh, do you?
So we
That's a
got
bonus.
2 CDs coming out, and you can actually visit my webpage and.
Okay, give us that so the folks can hear.
Oh, most definitely. It's chuckpettyjohn.com. I'd love for you to go there, sign up for the email list, look for us on Facebook, like
Is
the
it that
page.
simple? ChuckPettyjohn.com?
That's it. That's
Boy,
it.
that's simple as can be.
When you
Spell
have
it
an
for 'em. So
unusual name,
P-E-T-T-I.
it's P-E-T-T-Y.
Y.
Oh, you used
J-O-H-N.
the Y. P-T-T-T-Y.
J-O-H-N.
Yeah.
Just
Give me
Petty
that
John.
French pronunciation.
It's Petty-Jean.
Fortijon.
I love that, Chuck.
Well, we're just so glad that you're with us today, and we're looking forward to hearing you sing. And if people want to get in touch with you, they can go to chuckpettyjohn.com.
Yes, sir. Actually, I do have a number that they can dial as well. It's area code 678-301-0955. 0441, or you can do chuckpettyjohn.com. Sign up for the mailing list, send us a message. We'd
All right, I
love
think,
to be
Oh,
there.
that'd be great.
Let's-
Say that telephone number again a little more slowly.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. 678-301-0441.
That's it.
Okay. Well, we're just delighted to have you. You're going to sing a couple songs. I know you're going to sing God's in the Business.
Yes, sir.
Let's do
And
it.
you brought that when you came from the Kingsman, didn't you?
Kingsman, it's an old Ray Reese song that he did way back when. I think it was on their Live Naturally
Really. And you
album.
changed it to tenor.
Yes, I did.
Yay.
All right, get your mic, get over there in position. Let's get ready to sing. You're going to enjoy this guy, one of the finest tenors around, and he's singing to us. And be blessed as he sings God's in the Business. Let's welcome
Good.
Chuck Pettyjohn.
God's in the business of answering prayer, and I know He's gonna answer mine. He did it for Moses, He did it for David, He's been doing it for a long, long time. If your burden's got you down, getting heavy to bear, why not take it to the Lord up above? 'Cause God's in the business of answering prayer. God's in the business of love.
I was walking down the street when I met a man and his head was hanging low to the ground. I said, hey, mister, can I give you a hand? Let me tell you what a secret I found. I sang him a song and then he sang along, and all at once a juice full of sighs. And then what a shame as the world plays this game, the poor people never realize.
God's in the business of answering prayer, and I know He's gonna answer mine. He did it for Moses, He did it for David, He's been doing it for a long, long time. If your burden's got you down, getting heavy to bear, why not take it to the Lord up above? 'Cause God's in the business of answering prayer. God's in the business of love.
I can tell you moments of heartache and pain. Let me tell you they're easy to bear. Sure as there's sunshine, and sure as there's rain, I'm sure that there's a God who cares. Why would you be climbing the mountain with my faith? You can pray and make it fall to the sea. Why would you be fighting when you could be delighting in the peace and joy and love that's free?
God's in the business of answering prayer, and I know He's gonna answer mine. He did it for Moses, He did it for David, He's been doing it for a long, long time.
If your burden's got you down, getting heavy to bear, well, I'll take you to the Lord up above.
'Cause God's in the business of answering prayer.
Well, God's in the business of This is my testimony song. I was saved February 13th in 1994, and if it wasn't for the old rugged cross, never would be able to experience that joy. Hope it blesses your heart. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. But I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. to the old rugged cross, I will ever be true. Oh, its shame and reproach I gladly bear, but he'll call me someday to that home far away, where his glory forever share. So cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. I believe in a hill called Mount Calvary. I believe whatever the cost, and when time has surrendered and earth is no more, I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday. I'll exchange it someday. He'll exchange it someday for a
I'm telling you.
Wasn't that good singing?
Old Rugged Cross. Did that make you? Did that make you want to sing and
Play the horn.
Chuck sing that song and then you play the horn?
Yes, it did.
Coming down the aisle.
down the
you
aisle.
remember that, don't you, Chuck?
Oh, most definitely I do.
Yeah.
That and the song called "I'll Meet You on the Other Side of Jordan."
Oh, those songs, you remember those? Really?
Yes, sir.
Really?
When I was younger, I used to watch a program called Sing Out America.
And America Sings. Yeah.
And that's it, and America Sings. And that's where I first heard Jerry and the Singing Goffs.
Yeah, bless your heart. Well, you
And then
make
Wendy
me
Bag on
smile.
Sunliners.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what,
He wrote
though.
that song.
Yeah.
I'll meet you on the other side of Jordan.
I was on my way to Texas. We lived in Nashville, of course, and we had to sing in Columbus, Mississippi, which was on our way, and we were all headed to Fort Worth for a concert at the Will Rogers Auditorium. So on the way out there, I was, in the bus, and the driver's driving, and you're just sitting there talking, writing. So I wrote, "I'll meet you on the other side of Jordan." Well, my brother, who knows he's the music guy, really.
Wally.
But he could just play. We had a little piano on the bus, and he kind of caught on to it, so he played it, one of those little electric things, So when we got to Texas, the Dixie Echoes.
Oh, yes.
Well,
That's
they
when
were
he-
singing there that night, too. They have several groups on the show.
Well, this is before Dale died.
Yeah, and so Dale Shelnut, and we were setting up sound. And I said, "Dale," I just wrote a song on the way out here. He said, "Well, let me hear it." So I sat down at the piano, and I played and sang for him, "Meet You on the Other Side of Jordan." Well, not long, and he really liked it. And not long after that, he was found dead in the field. They had a farm, and he was up by the tractor. And his boys, like Randy and his grandson, they began to sing that as a tribute to their dad, "I'll Meet You on the Other Side of Jordan," and it grew from that to be a national hit. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about Chuck Pettyjohn.
Yes, sir.
Chuck, you blessed our hearts today.
Thank you, sir.
You are a tenor singer.
And I mean, you're high as a
appreciate
kite, too.
Thank you, sir. It's
Is
all
that
God.
natural for you?
Well, for me it is, yeah.
Well, I mean, to sing that high, I'd love to be in a group singing
Yes.
with you and singing tenor, and kind of get in a playoff with somebody like, some of these tenor singers. I'll leave
Oh,
off the
most
name,
definitely.
and raise it up higher and higher, and just let you sing out to the top of the roof.
Well, my I guess you'd say mentors in tenor singing was Ernie Phillips growing up.
Oh, he could sing too.
Yes,
So,
my goodness.
you know, so I had some,
you knew how
some
to
good
do
people.
it, didn't you?
Well, we didn't talk about your family, but we'll talk about next time you're here, because that means
Most
you're going to come back. Listen, I want you to take this book with you for your daughters and let
Yes,
them
sir.
Echoes of My Heart.
Yes.
Now, you tell
And-
them about the book.
Well, it's just, hopefully it'll bless you. And it'll
sure that
hope,
it will.
I
Thank
think
you.
it'll encourage you and the girls.
Most definitely. Thank you so
And
much.
this is one of my latest books called In His Service, and it's kind of a daily, daily devotional book. It's short stories and ending with a prayer. And so we'd love to have you
Here
read
comes
that and
the
just be a
music.
part.
Thanks.
Here comes the music. We're going to have to go. Thank you for tuning us in. Thank you for letting us be a part of your day. And remember our motto, take Christ as your partner and enjoy life.
Yes.